Hey guys, it's Mike 2 from Orchard Trailers. Today I'm doing a walkthrough of a 2020 Wildcat 290RL fifth wheel. I'm going to give you the basics in this walkthrough so you know what to do when you get home with it, you know what all the buttons do, and you have an idea of what everything should do when you get it there. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so starting in the back. Up overhead we have cabinets. These cabinets go all the way through. We have some nice smoked glass there. On the windows we have roller shades, one pole. These shades go right up. This is an emergency exit window back here. So if you ever have an emergency and you can't get to that door over there, you're going to want to get out over here. So this red tab pulls out, this window slides, and you can move this screen right out of the way and get out of here. That does lock into place there. Side windows, so these go up and down. There are two finger tabs here that you want to squeeze and lift up. Above the couch, we have touch lights. The couch itself is a bed. So when you're ready to use this bed, you're going to want to take all your cushions off. Alright, we're going to pick this up. We're going to pull it up, put the legs down, just like this. Back here is storage. You can put your linens or whatever you want to store on here that you might not need very often. And then this folds down to make your bed. Put it up. Just going to put that back. We're going to pick up. As we're going in, we're going to fold these legs right down. Couch back together. There we go. Not my first time doing that. Over here on the slide, we're going to have windows, just like the windows on the sides of the camper. They're going to go up and down with the tabs. We're going to have smaller windows here that slide. Of course, we've got these nice recliners. So here on the inside and on the far side of that chair, there is a pull to allow these recliners to lay out, and they will lay back flat. In here we have storage space. We have two cup holders. Now moving up to the table, a little bit different here. These chairs are strapped down for travel right now. So we stack them on top of each other. There's a strap that goes over the chairs and back down to the floor. One thing I really like about this is this table doesn't have legs. It is mounted to the wall. So you don't kick it. You're not getting hung up on it when you're moving in and out of the table. And your chairs don't get hung up on it either. Moving over here, we're going to have the same window. Our lights overhead, the far one's going to be a touch light. This one has a little black switch right here that'll turn off. Now just ahead of the slide, we're going to have storage space up here. So we have cabinets all the way through. Have a touch light underneath, a little bit of countertop, and then we've got some more storage down here. With some big drawers. And then we have an island here in the middle. Now for the island, I'm going to reposition the camera. Now for the island, we're going to have this nice tall sprayer. So this comes out, you have a sprayer button here, back in. In the kitchen, we have storage above the microwave. We have storage here. We have a convection microwave. So our fridge has straps on it for travel. These will just unclip. And then you can access your fridge and your freezer. Alright, you do have an ice maker up top here. This thing is on and running. You will have to use the inverter if you're traveling with this on electric. By electric, I mean battery. So if you're not going to use propane, which you can't on this fridge, it's just an inverter fridge, you have only one option. It's going to be your battery. So when you're running down the highway, you're going to have to run this on your battery power, and the inverter built into this camper will run that for you. It'll convert that 12 volt right over to 110. Once we get a little bit farther down here going up the stairs, I'll show you that inverter switch so you know where to turn that on. All right, moving back here, we're going to have some storage above the TV. We have, again, travel straps for the TV. Just turn up, that'll keep the TV from passing around when you're driving. Behind the TV, we're going to have power, and we're going to have your antenna hookup. So there's a little button here, little black button next to the coax coming in for the antenna that will turn on your antenna. Otherwise, you push that button and it will turn that off, and you can have cable or satellite, whatever you may have. There are some HDMIs in the back of the TV that are free to use, and there's also two cubbies over on the far side there that will let you store stuff back there, kind of a secret hiding space. Push this back in for travel. Fish out these hooks. And then we'll strap the TV in. So before you leave for your trip, you just want to make sure that these are strapped in place. Snaps that TV right in. Alright, moving down, we have your Furrion soundbar. So this thing has power button in the middle. We have modes to switch between TV, radio, Bluetooth. There's an HDMI and a USB up here if you want to hook up say a gaming console. You want a USB for your phone. There's zone 1 and zone 2 for inside and outside. And there's an auxiliary port over here as well. That'll let you plug in, say, an older iPod without Bluetooth connectivity. Okay, for your fireplace. In here are your buttons. First button on the left is power. Next button is going to be temperature. You got a couple different spots you can go on that. We've got our brightness of our flame. We've got our colors of our flame. And then we've got our fan. So you can hear that it's starting to run now, it's starting to blow out warm air. A 2-speed fan there. And then we turn it off. Alright, for your panel, we're going to have our buttons here for our tanks. Gray, galley, fresh, and then our battery. Battery's full. We are actually plugged in the power here, so that's going to show full. As that battery dies, that'll drop. As your tanks fill up, that'll go up. Next to that, it's going to be your water heater. LP, that's going to be propane. If you don't have propane, like we don't have here, and it doesn't fire up, this red light's going to come on for you. Alright. Electric hot water heater. It's going to be this switch here. Water pump is going to be this last switch here. So this is going to be if you don't have a campground hookup for water, you have to bring your own. Down bottom here we have interior lights 1 and 2. Now I'll turn off the lights behind me. You have pendant lights, which are going to be over your island. You have awning lights, which will be the light underneath your awning. Your fan in here has an up and down and an on and off switch. Then our slide rooms. These two slides down here, in and out. You'll hear a noise when they're all the way in. That rattle means you want to stop. That works in or out. You don't want to keep going or you'll blow a fuse. And then we've got awning, retract and extend, in and out. Down below the main panel, we have your converter box. So this is going to pop open. We're going to have our main 50 amp breaker here. We're going to have all of our breakers labeled on this door. And then we're going to have fuses here. These are automotive style fuses. You can get them wherever you get your auto fuses from. And they run from 15 to 30. And then we have some 25s down here as well. Every one of these has a red light next to it on the board. That'll let you know that that fuse has gone out. You just take it out and replace it. Down bottom we have a cooling fan as well. That'll keep that board cooled down. On the stairs we have our thermostat. It's a Dometic. What we do is we're going to touch that to light it up, and then we're going to hit it again for mode. That's going to go to auto and fan. it's going to go to auto and cool or furnace. So as we push through, it takes a light push. Sometimes you don't even have to push on it, just touch will turn it on. Auto fan, and then we can do our fan speed with the up and down. Temperature, we're going to do up and down for the air conditioner. One more time, we're going to hit the furnace, and that's going to be gas only, and we can adjust up or down for that. I don't want that to come on because we don't have any gas in here. And one more time, I turn everything off. Just below that, I have your remote switch I mentioned earlier for the inverter. That switch is going to need to be on to run your fridge going down the highway off the battery power. Light switch for the hallway here. Just below that is your one control system. It has a kind of an owner's manual built in, and then it has leveling. So from here you can actually work the levels. You can do auto level, you can do hitch height as well. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to come in here, you're going to push that auto level button, and this thing's going to level up for you. What you want to do is make sure your slides are in before you do this. You can also do auto hitch, and that's going to remember where your hitch height is. So when you're ready to hook back up, you hit auto hitch, and that's going to set the fifth wheel height to where it came off of your truck. You can also manually retract and extend these by holding these buttons. In the bathroom, we've got our shower. Our shower has glass doors. So this latch, you're going to want to clip down on there for travel. Make sure that that is holding those doors shut so they don't bounce around in here and break. Above the toilet, you have a medicine cabinet. We've got a nice Dometic porcelain toilet here. On the other side, we've got another medicine cabinet, your GFI outlet, a sink, and some cabinet space. Now the door in here has a latch for travel. So this one's going to latch it for when you're in here for privacy. The one in the back is going to latch it for travel so it doesn't bounce around and break anything. Alright, up here in the bedroom, we're going to have a slide up here. This slide is a little different than the slides down bottom. This is an electric slide. The ones down bottom are a rack and pinion. On this wall here, we've got a TV backer built in, power, antenna carryover. I've got a light switch, and we've got our slide room in and out. So this one is going to sound a little different. Remember the one downstairs made a rattle when it came in? This one makes a little whir when it's all the way out. That means stop. Don't keep pushing on it. Alright, mirror down here. We've got a lot of hanging space all the way through here. A drawer over on this side. Over on this side, again with the roller shade, we have an emergency exit window. So this window, should you ever get in an emergency, we're going to take this, it's tabbed under. This is going to push out. If you're using it for air, there's a notch on the back of that to hold that window open for you nice and wide. If you need to get out of here, grab this red triangle, pull the screen off, push this out the rest of the way and get out of here. Watch that first step. Up above, we have a vent cover. So this being a 50 amp camper, it is prepped for a second AC. So right now we have one AC in this thing. This is wired and ready to go to drop in a second. This one also has a max air cover that we put on, so that covers up that vent cap. So if you leave this first vent open, there's another cover over it to keep the rain out of here. Right up top here, a little bit of shelf space. We've got some storage here. Nice big cabinets up here. The lights underneath are touch lights, one for each side. And then we have our antenna. So this is an HD over-the-air antenna. It does say rotate for travel, which is where it's at now. It doesn't actually go up and down. It just stays stationary, but it will rotate. You can fine tune it towards the signal. So if your signal's a little bit weak on your TV, you can just kind of tweak that a little bit until you get that nice picture perfect TV signal. And when you're ready to travel, you just want to face it forward, make sure it's in the right direction. All right, the bed also picks up. You have lots of storage underneath there. The air conditioning duct is directional. You can turn this whichever way you'd like. That just spins around. And that's about it for the bedroom. Let's go do the outside now. For the stairs, you're going to want to make sure you open the door all the way up. Otherwise the stairs will get hung up on the door. These stairs pick right up, go right inside the camper, and they lock into place, and the door shuts on it. So bring them down, get that loose, bring it down. And as you're bringing them down, you'll see there's a pin here to adjust the length of these legs. If you have an uneven campground, you can adjust the height and make sure that you don't have too much pressure pulling down on this lip up here. And you don't want to make sure they're too tall or the door will hit and they won't be able to close. This also closes over the door. Right up at the front of the camper here, we're going to have our propane. We have 130-pound bottle here normally. It will be when this goes home. And then we have a crossover here. So this will work with the other tank, or you can run one at a time. Our pass-through. Pass-through has magnetic holds up top. And inside here, you'll see we have lots of storage. We also have a light. We have an outlet, and we have antenna carryover if you want to put a TV out here. Next to the pass-through is going to be an outlet. Right. Moving down the camper, we're going to have an outside kitchen. Again, magnetic holds. So we have in here a fridge, we have a grill, and we have some counter space. Up top we also have a light. So this just comes out. It's a nice capital grill. And then you have your wind vents there that come out to keep the wind from blowing out your flame. You do want to lock this up for travel. Your fridge is 110 power only. This does not work on gas. It won't work on the battery. Moving around the back, have a spare tire mounted on the bumper, ladder for the roof. Over here we're going to have a freshwater drain. So underneath the camper, we're going to have freshwater drain here. You want to empty out your tank. A little farther up, we're going to have our power cord. We're going to have our Atwood hot water heater. It's a 10-gallon. And then we're going to have our furnace. Below those, we're going to have our dump station. So this is switched in the compartment up here I'm about to show you. So you have one outlet here with no poles. Those are going to be over here in this compartment. So in here, we're going to have a light. Up top there is a master disconnect switch. There's cable and satellite. There is fresh water and city water fill. We've got your RV winterizing and your hot water heater bypass. We have our black tank flush. We have our shower. And then down below here we have our hole to feed up our hoses. And then we have this piece of hose here for your antifreeze when you're ready to winterize. That'll just suck it right in for you. We have our instructions for your auto level if you don't remember what I told you in this video. Up above, we're going to have your inverter, and this is going to be your slide override for that bedroom slide. It is an electric slide. It does have a little bit of a different mechanism to bring it in. If you have an issue, if it won't come in on its own, there are some instructions on that box to bring it in. As we move into the middle of the pass-through, you'll see that we have a heater duct here. So that's going to put some heat into this pass-through and keep everything nice and warm and keep you from having issues in the colder months. Just ahead of that pass-through is going to be all of your VIN information, your tire sizes, tire pressures, everything you need to know. So this is the other side of your propane, where your propane tank would go for the second one. So again, another 30-pounder here. Underneath the nose, behind the fifth wheel, we're going to have a light. We're going to have a vent for your battery. We do have a 10 amp solar charge. It's not going to run the camper, but it will give you a little bit of extra battery life. And then again, we have manual controls out here for your legs. So if you want to auto level this thing, you can do it from right here. We have your battery box. We have your power legs in here. And then just some more storage space for you. And that is the walkthrough for the 2020 Wildcat 290RL fifth wheel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and watch for more.